go. There we go. And we're live. Cheers, everyone. Welcome in. Happy Saturday, Sunday, wherever you're from. Yeah. Got Sammy here. Short and stout beer reviews.
Cheers,
reviewing
dude.
a beer. Me and Sam actually both got this same beer. Well, yeah, pretty much the same beer. Same breweries brewed it together. But yeah, saw this pop up in my bottle shop. He got it not too long ago. So this is a collab between. I'm gonna go with start with Garage Project first, but Garage Project and Trillium. This is the Matakitaki Valley. So there's the artwork. It's cool. It's got the little pink sky with the mountains. Shit. Yeah. So.
Yeah, like Trillium's artwork's normally pretty good. Garage Projects is awesome.
Yeah. This is cool. It must be like a hop farm or something. Obviously.
Yeah.
Got the little like crops and hops and shit.
It looks like the sort of place I'd love to be right now.
Right. Where's Garage Project from?
So they're based in they're Wellington, New Zealand, so that's like South Island. But they do have like bars sort of like they've got a few different places. They've even got a distribution place now in Australia, so it's pretty cool.
Nice. So yeah, this is 8% double IPA with Nelson and Matakitaki.
Yep. Two brilliant New Zealand hops.
Freestyle hops. This says exploring all new with Nelson Lakes hops in the Matakitaki Valley from Freestyle Hops. And it says blah blah blah. Homage to one of New Zealand's most exciting new hop growing regions. So yeah, it's got the little Nelson Lakes freestyle hop thing on the side too.
Yeah, freestyle have really blown up. Like there's heaps of breweries around the world using their stuff.
Yeah, I've seen them quite a bit. But yeah, Nelson and Matakitaki, how can you go wrong, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, cool can art. Yours doesn't have a can on date, right?
No, but yeah, just from what we've talked about with my best before, I've got a feeling we're going to be ballpark maybe a week or two difference. That's about it.
Yeah, because yours is best by what, July or June or something?
Yeah, like late July, so pretty much August next year.
Yeah, mine was canned 11/17/2023.
Yeah.
So quite a bit. What's up, Turtle Man? Cheers. So yeah, you want to crack it open?
Let's do this.
I do not. Oh, I was gonna say I almost called it mountain culture. I was gonna say I don't have a mountain culture glass.
I do have official proper glassware.
There you go. Oh shit, that's badass. I like that glass.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite glasses.
It's a milky boy.
And forgive my lighting because no doubt it won't be as good as yours. Mine always look really dull on camera.
Potato beer. Yeah, look at the different.
Yeah, see, the colour of yours straight away, that's what mine looks like in real life, just not.
Yeah. Yeah, the lighting makes yours looks kind of washed out a little bit, but yeah.
I could have an oxidized beer, dude, and it would still look all right.
Right. So yeah, nice little head. I didn't really pour aggressively, but
yeah. Like if you'd look at it, I'd say like bright orange, probably a medium body, pretty like small head on it. It's like opaque. Like you obviously can't see through it. It's quite cloudy.
No little bits on the bottom. I don't see anything on mine. No little floaties, sediment on the bottom, which pretty fresh. I mean, it's not even what's today? But it's almost a month out. So Yeah, it smells
Let's
delicious.
go a little smell, shall we?
Yeah. Cheers, dude.
Cheers, brother.
Get some nice sweetness, like a peach, like peachiness.
Yep.
I'm picking up a little lemon lime ish.
I'm getting that like sweet berry.
Yeah.
And like maybe a little hint of white grape, but it's not like strong.
Yeah. Or like a little lemon.
Yeah. As you said, lemon and lime, definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe even like a little hint of like orange or mandarin or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like peach, orange, like I said, a little bit of lemon lime, like a little zestiness, not overpowering or anything. Or
Yeah, like it comes across more citrus than tropical fruit.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a little bit of that white grape you're saying too. But more mostly I feel like I'm getting a lot more orange and like peach. Yeah, it
A little bit grassy. There's like a tiny little hint of dankness I can sort of detect.
Yeah. Doesn't smell boozy. I mean, it's 8%.
Yeah.
As he's working with twice the voltage we get here in North America. Cheers. Cheers, Paul. Yeah. There's like
in the words of AC/DC, high voltage.
High voltage. There's a little bit of like, maybe it's that sweetness that's kind of bringing out like a breadiness smell to it, but maybe it's that orange and peach type combo, tangerine-ish.
Yeah, well, I feel like with the malt base on this, it would be more of a bready sort of note, I reckon.
Yeah,
you don't get that caramel. Well, you might get a little hint of it. But
I'd be interested to see what type of like malt and stuff they use, but I don't. Let me see.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, I've got a feeling they normally put it on their cans. No. So I feel like with this one, I reckon it'd be like
projects. Yes, I'm over 18.
I reckon it'd be like a. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a Pilsner malt and like oats and like flaked oats and wheat and that in it, as well as like some sort of base you'd normally use in hazies.
Yeah.
They're a bit like Garage Project really mix it up with their ingredients.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the malts on their page. It was first released in July of 2023, and it's apparently $43 each. Is that for a can, or is that a 4-pack?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be a 4-pack. That's probably like New Zealand money. New Zealand currency is slightly different to ours.
It's sold out. That's what it says on the page.
No, like as I said to you before, I got a feeling I had it halfway through the year, and then I reckon they rebrewed it like only just recently, like in the last, like as we said, like November. But yeah, like it's part of a they have the different Valley like series, and they're always collabs with Trillium.
Oh yeah.
And I think this is either the third or the fourth one, and like they've all been like absolute bangers.
Yeah, this mine's brewed from Trillium, so that's Massachusetts, but Sam's is brewed in that Garage Project over there. So I mean, I'm guessing they went to each other's spot and then just got the recipe or whatever, and then brewed it back in Massachusetts.
I think it all started because Garage Project got a big name for themselves worldwide, and then they did this festival and they invited a lot of like different brewers there, and I remember Trillium were one of them. And then just all of a sudden it's like they hit it off, and like I reckon there's been at least probably 7 or 8 different Trillium Garage Project beers. So they obviously get on really well and love working together.
I don't know if they've done it with anything with like burial or anything.
Yeah, well, as I said, like mountain culture, the guy there's like close with the burial dude. So,
Has
and
mountain
that, like,
culture
yeah,
done collab?
it's cool with the Aussie guys because they're all like mates, like
Oh
Banks and
yeah,
Range and mountain culture. Like, they all get on really well. So, like, yeah, there's always that chance of other breweries sort of doing collabs.
yeah. This smells banging. You want to dive into it?
Let's
Let's
do
do
it,
it.
brother.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Mm. Wow. Definitely, I right off the bat, I definitely get that lemon lime white grape. Like in the aroma, like you barely got it, but in the taste, first sip, definitely white
Yep.
wine or white grape and lemon lime.
Yeah, I'll
You know.
get like a white or a green berry, and like I get a fair bit of sweetness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
But
still
yeah,
get that.
like lemon and lime, it's a massive thing with Motueka, and sometimes you'll get it a little bit with Nelson as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes I've had like just Nelson hopped, just straight Nelson, and it'd be like, ooh, that's a lot. Like, you get sometimes you'll get a lot of lemon lime or like that white
Yeah,
grape. It all depends. Yeah,
and
definitely getting that.
Southern Cross is another one that has that like that similar
Yeah,
sort of vibe to it.
I don't see too many beers brewed with Southern Cross, or what I've seen around here.
One thing I do like with Southern Cross, you'll get that lemon lime hit, but I feel like you get more of that piney evergreen sort of characteristic that you don't get with some of the other New Zealand hops.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
lot of
I'm
them have
definitely.
that grassy vibe, but that piney spruce tippy sort of thing. There's a lot of them that don't have that.
Still getting some of that peach and that orange though on the back end too, for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. As I've had a few sips, I'm definitely getting peach.
yeah, or like a sweet orange. Alcohol presence isn't really there. I mean, you can.
Nah, you could slug
No.
this, and yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a very like soft and pillowy mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As Alex would say, there was a little bit of creaminess to it. I mean, it's not like I wouldn't call it. It's not like super dank or anything. It's just that it's I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like very well balanced overall
Yeah,
flavoring.
sometimes I feel like with some of the hazies, when they're a bit thicker than what this is, they've sort of got more of that creamy
Yeah,
texture.
that
This
laciness.
one's sort of it's still got a little bit of that like spritziness like to it, like
Yeah,
even
yeah,
though it's like soft and yeah,
yeah.
like
Got
you've
a
still got that
medium.
little bit of zing like in the carbonation, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It's definitely a good beer.
Oh, for sure. And it's not like it doesn't seem heavy. You know how some like hazies like they have like a real like heaviness to them. Like this is like you were saying, kind of light, but it's weird to say it's light, but then it's probably got a medium mouthfeel in my opinion. But
Yeah.
it's not like I don't know. It's like that spritziness. I think doesn't make it as heavy as some of those hazies out there. It's like oh boy, it's like sometimes they can be a little chore to drink because it's like the mouth feels like full bodied on a hazy and it's like heavy and there's a lot of
Yeah.
sweetness to it. Like
Yeah, it's completely opposite to that sort of like chalky
mm-hmm.
what's that like that medicinal sort of quality you get with hazies like that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like the tablets,
yeah,
like the
like the aspirin type.
yeah. There's a
Yeah,
particular like word you use to sort of like
top 10.
paracetamol, like that. Yeah, that
Oh
sort of
yeah,
quality. Like sometimes I've heard sometimes you'll get that with like Treehouse and those sort of breweries, like. But this is
like on
like
the
the
back end.
complete opposite of that.
Yeah, some of those Treehouse beers are heavy, like very green and stuff like that. They're delicious, but
see, it's like now that it's warmed a bit, like just having a smell of it, it's like you're getting a bit more of a pop.
now that I go back to the aroma, there is like a weird, not a weird, but like it does have like like a cat pee like aroma.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, a bit like I'm getting more dankness as I smell it. I know that's like, to me, that's the Nelson coming out. You're not getting that. Sometimes with Nelson, you obviously get that sort of diesel quality that everyone's like a bit uncertain about. But
yeah,
this leans sort of more towards like your old school Simcoe, but without the pine.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this definitely, it doesn't really drink like an 8%er either. I mean, it drinks a little bit like it, which is good, you know, because some of these beers you get, they're like, it'd be like 7%, but it drinks like a 9%. You're like, Jesus Christ, you know, the body on it, you know, some of these beers are just way too heavy. But
yeah, see, like I've just slugged mine like with ease. And that's like, like obviously I absolutely love Garage Project, and like what I've had from Trillium's been banging too. So like it's actually good to see two breweries, especially like from other sides of the globe, get together and actually make a beer that's good, like not just a shitty collab like some of them are.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
there is some hazies out there that do give up an aspirin taste for sure.
Yeah.
It's like on the back end kind of, it's like, ooh, what's that? It's like a...
And like, as weird as it is, sometimes it can be a good thing depending on the beer. Like,
that's just
like
like
I have heard Treehouse do a lot of, but even like Banks, like my favourite Melbourne brewery, there's some of their beers that have that chalky mouthfeel, but it actually works with like the base and the hops they use. It's almost like, it's like a good thing at times.
Or if you get something super fresh, it's got that hot burn and like...
Like, and that's the thing with like, I think with me too is like those breweries like Mountain Culture, Banks, Range, I always get their stuff as fresh as possible. So it's like probably makes a difference.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is the second time I've had something from Garage Project. The first time I had it, it was that collab with Collective Arts, that stout.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of it.
Yeah, it was a really weird red wine barrel imperial stout. Yeah, I remember that. And I remember saying to you boys, no, don't don't take Garage Project for that.
I'm like, oh man, if I see something from Garage Project,
Nah, dude, like I stand by these guys massively. Like I must admit, out of the Valley series, this one's probably been not as good as one or two of the others, but it's still banging.
Yeah, I seen they did a couple Valley ones.
Yeah, there was it was like Sunrise There's one called Yakima Valley.
Oh, that'd be banging. I'd try the shit out of that. I don't know what what they had in that, what hops they used in that.
And then there was another beer or two that was, they called one of them Arrow Street, because you know how Trillium have all the streets for their beers.
Oh yeah.
And Garage Projects, like they like, that's why they called Garage Project, dude, because they actually like started in like it's an old school garage that's turned into a brewery.
Oh, nice.
And it's on Arrow Street. So yeah, they called this collab with Trillium Arrow Street, and that was, I remember when that was done, that was fucking awesome.
Liquid Munchies. I like their can art.
That is a cool name. Yeah. Their can artwork's unreal.
Nelson's Simcoe Mosaic and Matakitaki Dam.
I'm considering going to Wellington next year, if I can. There's a particular beer festival. It's called Beer Varna, and it's in a football stadium, just like around the concourse, like the area where you walk around as a fan. They've got just stands all the way around the stadium, and apparently it's like fucking unreal. Like, they'll have
awesome.
Pretty much just New Zealand breweries, but they'll get the occasional like Aussie one or maybe US or whatever. And it just sounds like it's really good value for money and like a good event.
Look at the price difference. This one's 50 a 4-pack. This one's only 18, but I guess they're sour.
Yeah.
So
that pickle beer, dude, that's light as very crushable beer.
Oh, 4.3, yeah.
Do you like that sort of pickle? Like, I
don't like pickles.
Yeah,
so
yeah. See that the fresh beers are always pretty solid. They bring them out every month, and they just they'll have like a different hop combo and might change some malts slightly.
That's the second beer they've had with Nelson and Simcoe. I think the other one was Nelson Simcoe. The Liquid Munchies.
Hey, look who that is. Mountain Culture and Garage Project. See those two beers there? Yeah, I just got them delivered yesterday. So what they've done with those two, dude, is one's a straight up hazy with like Nelson and something else. And then this one here's it's like a sour with a couple of different fruits. And they've made it so they want you to buy the 4-pack at least. So you try both beers by themselves, and then the second one you do like a cuvee.
Oh, the Nipa smoothie sour mixer. So there's 4 different beers in there, I guess, or what? Or 2 and 2?
Nah, two different ones, but they sort of like promote it to try the 2 beers together.
Well, so we got Garage Project Double Dare, or Double Dare, and then Mountain Culture. What's the difference? Is it? Oh, this is the IPA. Is that what you get in that mix pack? I guess. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I see. So this is a mixed 6-pack because there's other 2 beers. Yeah. I was like, wait a second. That's cool.
Yeah, obviously I've got it through Mountain Culture just because I get stuff from them every week.
Did you get you got this?
I pretty much just got that. I pretty much just got that there, but I got Mountain Culture brought out a new Westie, so I got that as well. And, I'm going to try one of them probably next.
Yeah, that's probably the best option, to just get the mixed 4-pack instead of buying a 4-pack of each, obviously. But
yeah,
what else we got? They got barrel stuff. Burnt orange espresso and bourbon imperial stout, 12.3, $80. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, one of the best beers I've ever had, dude, was it was a collaboration between the brewery and Garage Project, and it was like a vanilla bourbon barrel aged stout, and it's like in my top 3.
Cheers, Tommy Carroll. Cheers. Been gone for a while, but that beer is. I'll appreciate that. Yeah, I've been trying to keep it going strong. All the gray hairs in it now. I hope you're doing well there, Tommy. Good to see you. Look at that can art or that bottle art's badass.
Yeah,
I like that. You can get.
See, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that, dude, and I'm like, I don't have that. I'm gonna have to try and get that. What is it? Orange coffee and what?
Bourbon.
Oh, man.
Burnt orange espresso and bourbon, 12.3.
Yeah, I
Brewed with
definitely have
new
to try and
ground
track that
espresso,
down.
then blended with four-year-old bourbon barrel aged beer, a rich, complex, bittersweet blend of bourbon, vanilla, oak, roasted malts, caramelized citrus peel, and coffee.
Their like their own stouts are fucking amazing.
Fresh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to track. So you're. I think you're on the GP New Zealand site. So yeah, I've had that. I had that at that wild beer festival I went to where I was smashing oysters and all. Yeah, I had that there.
Was it good? Sounds good.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, all the breweries, dude, like throughout the world. Like, in all honesty, I feel like Garage Project are the most fucking diverse out there as far as styles go. There is not one style out there they probably have never done before. Like, I guarantee they've probably done a Grzycki. Like, that's how fucking out there they are.
This sounds good if you like sours, which I had a sour last night, actually, that Drecker.
Yeah, I have had some of that ice cream sour, but I don't know if I've had that one.
Only 4.2.
You'll have to I don't know if you like them on Insta, but you'll have to check out their page.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one here, dude. When I first got into craft beer, only like maybe a year or two afterwards, I was camping down the beach with a couple of my mates, and my mate I got into craft beer as well. And this can, I remember, like, we were absolutely smashed. We had a couple of fucking joints and like good time and stuff. Anyway, we cracked a can of this and we drank it out of the can. And I just remember it absolutely blowing our minds. We were like, the hop flavor was so good. Like,
I like that can art too, and it's definitely a biggie reference. Bullshit. That's funny. That's cool though. 6.2 Simcoe and Mosaic. I heart passion fruit and hibiscus.
Yeah, so they have a lot of this sort of random shit. They're good too for if you want chili in your beer. They do a lot of like random stuff with like spice.
Sour hazy hybrid IPA.
So the can artwork for these, dude, I would put it up against anything in the world. Like this series, they have like animals in there. Like, it's so fucking good. What's that one got? Oh, it looks like stingrays and shit. A whale, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, aquatic life.
Yeah, I think I've got all of them except for that one there, and like they're the sort of can. I'd actually love to peel the actual thing off the can and like make a print where like I have them all together. I reckon that'd look awesome.
Idaho 7, Strata, Simcoe, and Citra. Oh, Adam for Mercy Beers would be all over that.
Get rid of the Idaho.
Yeah, don't tell Adam about that beer. He'll be all over it. Idaho 7. Watch, he'll pop in the chat. Cheers. Oh, you heard about Idaho 7? What is this? Fuses hazy
How
double
dare
IPA.
you right off my hop?
Right.
It's like I've been watching Harry's Advent calendar, and he had a beer. He had the last beer he had, or might have been the second last one. It had Talus in it, and he reckons it was a shit beer. And I know he loves Talus because he loves it like I do, but he was sort of paying out on the beer, and I said, "Don't use Talus's name in vain again."
Here's what you want right here. Here's what you're gonna get: a good shout, hoppy, ultra low carb.
Yeah, that's your summer smasher right there.
A lot of their beers definitely have Nelson in them, which makes sense since they're out in New Zealand.
Mm.
What else we get? Tiny, XPA, Tiny. Oh,
Yeah, see,
non-alcoholic.
if you want a good non-alcoholic beer, that Tiny's really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the two? Tiny X.
I dare say XPA is the new version. It's probably just like I don't know, like it's probably XPA is generally like a tropical, hoppy sort of fruity beer. So
oh yeah,
that would have,
sherbet, pineapple.
yeah, it's probably I dare say it'd be just more hoppy and like more sort of tropical sweetness. That'd be about it.
12th anniversary Belgian quad.
Oof.
12%.
Oh yeah, that's their birthday beer. Yeah, how
Have you
cool
had
is
that?
that, dude? Oh yeah, 12th birthday. We're just going to bring out a Belgian quad. Okay.
Go big or go home is what they say. Spicy notes and warming alcohol. Dried fig, fruit cake, toffee pop, malt palate. Huh. I'd try it. Give it a shot. Petite Mort Special Reserve Farmhouse Ale.
Yeah, they have a lot of wild stuff. They've
Well, that's
like that
only 10.
when they started doing well, they actually opened up a separate like wild ferment brewery. And yeah, that pumps out some really good stuff.
Oh yeah, there's Wildflower Hop Vine. Forged Hop Vine. Wild Flower. Sour. Beer. Just beer. Pale lager.
Yeah.
Oh, that one sounds interesting. Whiskey, coffee infused foreign extra stout.
Yeah, so that festival I go to every May in Melbourne. It's in Sydney and Brisbane as well. It's called Gabs, and that's where breweries come and showcase like weird, adventurous out there sort of beers. But they'll also have stands where they have all their normal shit as well. And Garage Project had a whole sort of like stand or like this sort of vibe of like coffee and tea beers, like, and it was like weird but good, especially the coffee ones.
Yeah, that sounds good as shit. They got a pretty big single barrel fruited rose layer. Whole cone hops, mixed house culture,
Yeah, see,
raspberry.
whenever they bring that stuff out, dude, I always get an email like to say, "Oh, as you're a VIP sort of thing, would you like dibs on this sort of?" It's good.
It's funny they put standard drinks. 4.4.
Yeah, yeah, that's
that
not
big
like
over there?
we've always had that. Like this, say this for example.
Oh, hold on, let me blow you up. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They
So
should
I
do that in
remember
this.
when like I'd be talking to US peeps saying, "Oh, what's the standard drinks?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that. Let me hold on. How do I get back to this? Can I blow that up again? There we go. And then that, maybe? Nope. I don't know. Well, they got quite a bit. I never know how to like blow it back up. Let's see. Snug. That's cool. They got a bunch of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, Snug's like a sort of like a Guinness take sort of thing, like a nitro Irish stout.
Now it seems like we're getting into the oh no. Boss level. How do I bring this back up again? Can I add it? There we go. I gotta remove and then add. This looks interesting. Boss level. US hop.
Yeah, that's always a pretty good beer. And like their Westies are always like really dank and bitter. Like that I think that's a hazy, that one.
Hopped Ultra IPA.
Can't really remember with that one, but
first release 2017. Centennial Equinox Simcoe. 100 IBUs in a massive malt grist to match. A can load of weaponized hop firepower. Warning: proceed with the utmost caution. Lower your guard, and it'll be game over, man. Game over.
yeah, the whole arcade game sort of take.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I like the can art.
I just got to quickly
Monster
go to
Hop
loo, dude.
IPA.
I'm absolutely busted.
Oh, you're good.
I'll be back.
You're good, dude. Yeah. That's cool. Can art. It's like a science fiction movie, right? Beer man, cheers, dude. Yeah, just going over the Garage Project website. Ooh, that's cool. Electric dry hop acid test. Dry hop kettle sour. Ella and Waiti. Sapphire. Floral, grapefruit, lemon, and spice. Are you on board? You're either on the bus or off the bus. Shazam. That's cool. Jagman, cheers, dude. How are you, sir? So I'll pull this down for a second. But for those who just joined in, obviously you could tell by the title. Me and Sam are reviewing the same beer. So this is a Garage Project and Trillium collab. Matakitaki, I guess that's how you say it. Matakitaki Valley. 8% double IPA Nelson Matueka. His is brewed through, I almost said 12%. Garage Project. Mine's obviously brewed through Trillium. 11/17 is my can on date. He's got a Best Buy date of like July and almost end of July, so probably around the same time frame. But yeah, check out that artwork's cool. Got the fucking hops and shit. But it's good. It's good shit. Which I'm almost done. Yeah, I was just going through the little list of Garage Project. There you go. Very nice. I like it. Yeah, we'll be hanging out for a little bit afterwards as well too. We're actually going to do another beer review. We got the same another beer after this one. But whoever wants to join later on, let us know. What's everyone else drinking? I like my wife.
I like you.
we had Beer Man in here and Jagman's up in here too now. So
good to see you, boys.
I was showing this one. This one looks cool. The artwork. The
electric dry hop acid. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one for the trippers. They've got some good stuff, dude. And as I said, like, as far as like, if you know how you measure breweries on what they can do, these guys can do it all.
Oh yeah. Seems like they got all kinds of shit. It's crazy. The dark side of the street. Garage
Yeah.
project.
One thing that's
That's cool.
I
A
remember
roasted.
with that beer, one of the airlines, it must be a New Zealand airline or maybe Australian. They started doing their own beers on the airline, and that they even had that stout on there. I'm like, oh, I want to fly with them and drink stout. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
right. Shit.
The two boys that run Garage Project, like they're really good characters.
Let's see. One barrel aged sour red ale. Double infused cherry and blood peach sour. Kiwi backyard lager.
See what I mean? Like
Bliss.
there's something for everyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bliss is just like a real basic, like, yeah, what's it called? A backyard lager. Perfect name
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. Freshly cut grass, the smell of a barbecue. In the right combination, even the simplest elements can elevate an experience to another level. Brewed with New Zealand malt and Matakitaki hops, Bliss is fermented cold and stored at sub-zero temperatures to produce a deliciously crisp, clean, easy drinking lager. Simple, familiar things taken to a new level. Drink yourself more Bliss. Originally brewed for Ben Shuri's Attica restaurant, the perfect accompaniment to their
Yeah.
backyard bar.
That's another thing they do. They do a lot of collabs with like local restaurants and takeaway venues, and
That's cool.
they seem like they're very like community like focused. Like a lot of Wellington companies seem to pop up, even if it's like candy or chocolate or coffee. Like restaurants, burger chains, like that. They've sort of done it all. Pills and
Two times,
Thrills. That was a
right?
beer. I remember I went to a gig in Melbourne. It was like some rock gig, had a heap of like metal bands and stuff there, and they had that there for sale. So what they do, that's a beer that they like to have at like live music sort of venues and shit. It's pretty cool.
Take on the classic Bohemian Pilsner. German malts combined with American Summit hops create a refreshingly crisp golden beer with its snappy bitterness and a lifter lemon citrus notes. It's definitely not your average Pilsner, but then some rules were meant to be broken. So that's cool. Yeah, they got a big portfolio of all kinds of shit, like you said, beer for everybody.
Yeah,
Um,
they've always been one of my favorites. Like they're just, yeah, everything they do is just rad. And they've
cheers.
never sold out. They've always sort of stayed true to themselves. And yeah, it's like you can't fault a brewery that like pushes the boundaries and tries shit all the time. Like
Yeah,
they don't
experiment.
stay in the same lane. Like yeah, and like every now and then you'll get a miss from them, but most of the time it's a hit. So yeah, I would hold them up there as far as the best, like one of the best breweries in the world, and like yeah, like people would be like, "Oh no, they're from New Zealand. They're not even that good." It's like, yeah, well, you need to try their stuff.
Right. So you ready to give it a score? I mean, yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
if you finished yours already. I'm almost done.
yeah. I just finished the last bit of it. Then,
Yeah, me too.
um, do you want to go first or?
You can go first.
Yeah, probably out of five, I reckon. Be about a 4.3.
Nice. It's a good score.
Um, yeah, I love that sort of like slight sweetness, little bit of dankness. Like you're getting the characteristics from both the Nelson and the Moto Echo, which is good because they're two hops that I love, especially Nelson.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that like I love that like that soft mouthfeel. Like and for like 8%, dude, it drinks like it's about 4%.
Yeah, it's a
But
crusher for sure.
but it's still like medium body in that. Like Yeah, that's what I love about it.
It's not a super heavy beer, like it.
Yeah,
With the mouth still being medium, but it doesn't feel like a 8%er. Drinks like a
So yeah, I'd be around that sort of 4.3, 4.4 sort of mark.
Yes, I'll out of 100, I'll give it a 94. So probably around that same kind of scoring range. It's a good beer. It's definitely a sneaky one because you think you're drinking something lighter than it actually is, but yeah, so good scores.
Oh man, my boy, E-Swing. That was my favourite band growing up, dude. I fucking love Silverchair.
So yeah,
that's awesome. Good to hear. Frog Stomp is still probably my favourite or like top 2, top 3 album of all time.
What'd you call me? Just kidding.
I called you a frog.
How dare you? So yeah, I think we have another review coming up tonight. So we're probably gonna end this one. But you have any shout outs, Sam, before we end? Anything coming up?
There's a new guy in Canada I've been like watching a fair bit of, and I've been on his panel once. Really good bloke. It's called Shane's Craft Beer Reviews, and at the moment he's doing an advent calendar, and he's doing it. I think it's the same brewery. Like he's got a box from them, and he's doing a different beer every day. And he's a good bloke. I got onto him through Rod J, and
oh yeah, I seen him on Ron J there.
Yeah, he's just one of those fellas. Does a really good job. He's got a bit of banter to him, funny. So get around him, especially if you're from that Canadian or North American sort of area. That's probably about it. As far as my own stuff goes, I just went to Fox Friday. They're a Tasmanian brewery. They've just opened up in Melbourne as well. And that brewery is fucking phenomenal, man. Those guys have gone from absolutely nothing to this powerhouse. And I was massively impressed by them. So anyway, I put a few things up on my story on Instagram, but I'll have a few reviews to come. I'll try and get some stuff of theirs and then do some YouTube reviews. So cheers, boys.
Cheers, dude. Thanks for reviewing with me. It's cool. We got to do another beer the same beer. It's been a while.
Yeah. Always a pleasure.
For sure. Yeah. Can't believe that kid was 16 years old with that voice, right?
Do you know that he wrote it when he was 14?
Shit.
14 years of age. Think, this is what I used to do. Think what you were doing when you were 14.
Right. Messing around. Shout outs to me. I don't really have anything going on my channel. Well, actually, shout out to another beer review we're doing here. Probably after this one. We had another same beer. So,
probably a 10-minute break and straight.
10-minute break, and then we'll recap and come back. But yeah, look out for that in about 10-15 minutes or so. So stay tuned for that. I don't really. I mean, I go live randomly every once in a while, just gonna hang out, whatever. I haven't done beer bowl in months. Kind of got tired of it, but you see me popping around. Mostly on Instagram for the most part, and I'll join panels here and there.
And might we say, if that is the case with StreamYard, you might see a bit of the two of us doing stuff on Instagram together.
Yeah. I get StreamYard and I don't even know how it works, but I don't even know if there's I don't see anything.
Yeah, well, that'll be something we're definitely got to get onto because I feel like that's probably our bread and butter right there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Instagram's great.
Mm.
And the only downfall is I don't know if they're going to keep it because Instagram, when you go live, you can only have 4 people, well, 3 other people besides the host. So that kind of sucks. So you can only have 4 people on panel. But yeah, I'll play around with that and see. But other than that, I don't really have anything. Just check out my Instagram, Philly Crooker 87. Check out Sam's Short and Stout beer reviews Instagram. That's where I post most of the beers that I drink. I haven't really done too many live like beer reviews in a while, actually, except just popping up on people's panels and just drinking shit. Shout outs for other people. Check out Miscellaneous. I'm sure he's probably going live, or maybe he's live now. Who knows? Check him out. There's a lot of gaming stuff now. He said he's going to get back into the craft scene, so we'll see. Planet Beer TV. Check those dudes out. They're pretty cool. Been watching a lot of their stuff. They're out of the UK. One more other shout out. Joe from the Beer Patrol. Check him out. He's been dropping a bunch of reviews here and there. But yeah. Thanks everyone in the chat for stopping by. Had Beer Man, Eastwind Farms, Chris, Jagman, Turtle Man was in here, Tanner, Tommy Carroll, Paul Middlefruit. Yeah, it's good. It was good.
How's those hiccups going?
Wait, I was burping. So yeah, if anyone can get this beer, maybe you can. Maybe Tanner or somebody. But it's good. As you can tell by our review. He saved the whole thing. But yeah, so yeah, look out for something here in about 10-15 minutes or so. We're gonna do another beer. And then probably just hang out. Maybe do like another live and just kind of do like a full panel or a panel type thing, just hangout type thing. But yeah, cheers everyone. Thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you guys in a bit. So appreciate you all. Cheers.